Hello everyone and a warm welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. The unflyable one, complete junk. Yeah. I'm going to show you this aircraft. It's not junk, it's completely flyable. We are in the Jar Designs A340. 500. I don't know why he's got it configured that it only holds 250 passengers. This thing can hold 393. But I guess it's a class configuration he went with. I'm not really sure. We are at London's Heathrow. It is morning. It is not live time. We are on live weather. Orthos installed. X-Enviro. SimHat. The usual suspects. Better pushback is being used. It's behaving for once with this aircraft. Sometimes it goes a little haywire.
Starting engine 1.
And here we go. And where are we going? I'm going to show you a freeware airport.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
In Toulouse, France.
Disconnecting tow.
I've posted some pictures in that before. Last time flew out of Toulouse. This time we're going to fly into it. Expecting 3-2 left. We are taking off 27 right here at Heathrow. I thought we would be on 27 left, but okay. And that's good.
Starting engine 2.
Three gates and not one of them would hook up. Because it started me in a non-standard position at the gate. And so none of the gates would attach. This does come with its own ground handling, so if you want to start at a ramp, you can do
disconnected.
that.
A bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you very kindly, sir. Now go get some tea. It's rather chilly. It's only around 12 degrees Celsius right now. And they are all good starts. We can get you off. And APU bleed can go off. Master switch can go off. We'll get the taxi on. No white lights. Nothing yellow either. Brilliant. Let's go to France. France. Here we go. Weather radar. Not where I kept. I wonder if it's going to work when we get the new XP12 weather built in, or whether that's only going to be for default aircraft. Hopefully, some developers.
Flaps 1. Flaps 2. Flaps 1.
There we go. I'm just going to set something. On, auto, TARA, have fun. And here we go. This thing will taxi all on its little lonesome. And APU is in spool down, so. Running brake test, fast. And I forget where my center line is on this. So I've seen people say this aircraft is junk and it's all this kind of stuff. It is not. It's not a towless, no. But, you know, folks, I've seen this aircraft go on sale for as low as like $20 US. Do you honestly expect the immersion of like my Flight Factor 777, you know, or a towless A340 600? You know, come on. Put your expectations in check. It does everything that you need to do to get from point A to point B. use the SimBrief downloader, and you can just enter in your company route like you would with any other aircraft, minus the 01. You know, so just in this case here, it's Echo Golf Lima 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 Foxtrot Bravo Oscar. And that's your company route. Like, I don't know what else you want. Enter in what your fuel is. I'll show you in a bit. Or maybe when we're on top of the set and coming in, we usually have a little bit of time. And I'll show you in the MCDU how you do it. You know, the aircraft flies just perfectly fine. Sorry. I don't understand the hate. Keep it up to date. Fly it within its, you know, constraints. You know, that, no, you are not going to have the depth of systems and everything else like that of towless. But you're not going to pay a towless price. And in all honesty, an A340 is a niche aircraft. You know, unless you are a person that loves doing long hauls, which I do, hence I own a A340, I own a 777, I own a 747-800. I do like doing long hauls. And cargo. Although there's no cargo version of this. Wish there was. It'd be cool. That being said, I should have kept going straight and then circle around. Would have made the turn onto the runway easier. Typical me. Make things difficult for yourself. So like I said, it is sunrise. It is not sunset, so do not fear. The terrain is not going to be anything special. So I'm pretty much going to get on the autopilot pretty quick. There also is a lot of speed and altitude constraints when leaving London. Obviously. Heaven knows you don't want to be waking the lords and ladies before like 1 in the afternoon. They would have a conniption. Lovely. Sort of. Strobes on. Turn off lights on. You on. I don't like that you can't click. You got to use your like mouse wheel kind of thing or push up. Not real fan of that. I'd just sooner click. Done. Auto brake is set. Flaps are set. We're doing flex takeoff. And here we go. I'll do the TO config in a second. All the eCam pages are modeled. You know, so you can check. And that, a little bit too many of the switches are already in the on position. For my liking, when you load into the aircraft, I would really love a complete, true, cold dark. Okay, that is all good. We'll put you to continuous for the takeoff. And here we go.
Power set.
Man, flex, SRS, runway, green, no blue. Had to put in that 0.2.
100 knots.
This aircraft does not have good sounds. I am using a Mango sound pack, just in case you're curious.
Rotate. Positive climb.
Whoa! And she is climbing like a champ.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
And thrust climb, and that is the last time I will be touching this throttle until we are on the runway at our destination. Do not go messing around with this. It is the air. I understand people go, man, it's like flying a computer. Look, I get it. Okay, I do. But in all honesty, the 777, like, it's completely, basically all fly-by-wire. 787, definitely. I love flying Airbus. It's great knowing I have those systems there. And
need to check, sir, if everything is okay with the light.
The lights are perfectly fine. Leave me alone, First Officer. I'm enjoying pretty views. It's sunrise. And one of the most historic cities in the world. The heck with the lights.
Flaps 0.
And there we go. Okay, that's all good. I do believe there's speed restrictions here. It is not respecting them. Well, maybe there's not. Really? There's no speed restrictions on this departure? My lord, there's not. That's kind of a first for coming out of London that I've ever seen. Okay, I take that back. It is flying exactly how it should. You right click to set that and all that. Did it do that one? And of course I forgot the clock as always. That's looking awesome. Don't go looking for a nav radio. Airbus, like with the 787, it auto-tunes the ILS frequency and course setting, although I tend to still set course anyway. And what other cameras do I have? I forget. I think this one is nicer. Ortho is looking great. Complete reinstall of Ortho. I completely deleted it. All the caches, everything. Like I completely, like there was no trace of Ortho anywhere on my computer, and completely redid it all. See my previous video flying into the island of Hainan, into the airport and the sort of resort town of Sanya in the 777, if you want to see what I did. There is timestamps in that video, by the way. I just hate. Oh. Not the greatest affair. I keep forgetting this thing overrides your stuff. So, like I said, I do have the Mango sound pack installed, and you can control the sounds from here if you don't have something like this. I prefer my B2 volume control. Looking good. Sim Heaven, Auto Ortho. Obviously better OSM data for here than in the parts of China I was flying. It's a great aircraft, okay? Like, I cannot stress, it's for the money, okay? And this is what I want to stress. For the money, it flies perfectly fine. Okay? You know what? Let me just get this out of the way now. So, loading your fuel and all that, you do it all in here. Put your fuel, your cargo, passengers, yada, yada, yada. Init ref. Put in your flight just like that. There will be a button here in orange. You know, assuming you have your aiders and all that turned on. And you're on ground power or APU. It says initialize align IRSs. If you don't click that, they will never align. So make sure you do. And then just enter in your normal stuff. Your cost index, what your cruise flight level is going to be. Zero fuel weight and block fuel, it will calculate that based on whatever you put in your load and fuel. And like I said, it does have its own ground handling. Right here, you can select which ones you want and then just select drive up. And then you'll have a drive away, all kind of thing. Or you can just use ground handling deluxe. It is not needed though. And you control the doors right here. So there you go. So I'm going to bring you back. I don't want to tie up your weekend and that. Hours of daylight are getting scarce. So, last look outside at the lovely United Kingdom as we get ready to cross the English Channel and head to Toulouse, France. It is not an overly long flight, so we'll see you back pretty shortly. Do you remember I am using an experimental version of Xenviro, so some things do not function properly. Also, I think this aircraft could use a texture rework because some things have changed. This is a default livery, comes with the aircraft, if I recall. Good old Speedbird. No, it does have a registration. Anyways, I will bring you back, you know, just after top and descent, something like that. Like usual, and we'll go check out Toulouse Blagnac Airport. I think that's the one where they have all the Airbus stuff, isn't it? We'll find out. Anyways, don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the routine. Links down below to where you can get all this stuff. And of course, you'll find a link to my Discord, my computer specs, and how you can help support the channel so we can keep bringing you content unsponsored and not accepting any sponsored content whatsoever or advertising or anything like that. Glad to have you on board. Hello everyone and welcome back. We have begun our top of descent. I forgot to show this in the beginning. This does have the Avitab built in. This is not a electronic flight bag. It's just Avitab. So you can, you know, get your maps, etc. in here, which is kind of handy. Not gonna lie. Another feature that you may not be aware of, you can get the ATIS for your arrival and departure airport down here. And you can update it. The weather has taken a turn for the worse. We've got ceiling at about 800 feet. We got cumulus cloud banks. Cumulus clouds, which can always mean wind shear or anything like that. Going to do a AutoLand. One, because I want to see if I can do it. Do make sure you put in all this information. For an AutoLand, it is mission critical. That should put it on there. Got a real shift in the winds, and it caused the autopilot to keep disconnecting. I've had that happen in a number of aircraft. I'm going to say the way that thing shifted so drastically, and that I'm going to put it down to an X-Enviro issue, because I am using an experimental build. Because currently X-Enviro is only compatible with 12.0.9 of X-Plane 12. Not expecting an update to it till probably December. If you want to know anything, go into their Discord. There's a reason behind that. I'm not going to discuss it here. And if you want to get this build that I am using, which does work with 12.1.3, well, 12.1.2 is what it was originally made for, if I recall. You can download it from their Discord. It's not available on the website, so you will not find it there. So the weather, we're going to be socked in. The winds thankfully died down a bit. And so we're coming in. Might even get some icing with those possible cumuluses around. What temperature are we at? We're getting into that area. We will get the landing system on, otherwise you will not get your diamonds or anything like that. And we have a really kind of extended crosswind, if you will. Like 54 miles or something like that. Landing 3-2 left. Just a note with this. If you go between departure or arrival or whatever and you hit update, if all of a sudden you feel like your sim is frozen, it's reading the information. It's going searching for the weather information. So do not fret. Give it like 30 seconds and it'll unfreeze, and then this will display. You can't print it, sadly, but you can at least grab it. And I'm going to assume it's grabbing this from X-Enviro. I haven't checked it with Active Sky. It does work if you're using default weather. Built into X-Plane, it will read that. 8,000 is a constraint. For now, 3,000 is our final approach course fixed altitude. And Mr. Approach, once we've got the ILS and everything else, and it's got autopilot 1, 2, and that, I will set this to 5,000. It's a stepped climb for the Mr. Approach. You go to 4,000, flying straight ahead, and then when you start to turn and make a DME arc to Sulit intersection, you climb to 5,000. That's why you read your charts. Other than that, with that drastic wind shift, the aircraft performed flawless. But I've had that disconnect happen a number of times if it's like so drastic. I've had it happen with active sky, with numerous aircraft as well. I don't know if they ever experienced that in real life, where just out of the blue, boom. No, the winds now are 70 knots, and they're from like the complete opposite side of the aircraft. I'm going to say that's, meteorologically possible, but I don't know how often that kind of thing would happen, to be honest with you. Nonetheless, I just kept hitting autopilot. But it was disconcerting, because it happened at the same time I went to pull down the sunshade, because the sun was right here. And I'm like, there's no way pulling down the sunshade could cause the autopilot to go haywire. If I decided to do my normal shakedown flight, and I hadn't wanted to show you this freeware, it's X-Plane 12 compatible. It's not going to work in X-Plane 11, I do not believe. Link to where you can get it will be in the description below. I would have done my normal flight, Edmonton to Vancouver, but I wanted to show you this freeware. I've been using it for a while. It just got updated about 4 days ago, and so I thought I would show it to you, because I know a lot of people love to fly in Europe. Not my favorite place to fly, but I know a lot of people do love flying over here, and so it's a freeware option for you, I'm not going to arm the speed brake yet, because I may need it. So far we're doing all right. I haven't really gotten into any clouds. What's the temperature right now? UCD with 1 Celsius, okay. Temperature, okay. Again, airport elevation and all that stuff is all taken from the AirAct database. The 777 does the same thing. The 787 does the same thing. And pretty much all Airbus aircraft for like ages have always auto-tuned the ILS. The only one that doesn't is the A300. From Inabuilds. I think that's the model of A300 they decided to model. It does not support it. You need to do it all manual down here. Yeah, not much to see, that's for sure. Oh, beautiful aircraft though. I'm looking down here to see if I get a warning about icing. And we should, yeah, 36 miles. I think it's 28 when we get to here. Or where's the demo? Here, this is 28 nautical miles. Or 32 nautical miles, 28 nautical miles to the threshold for 3-2 left. You gonna start slowing me down a little bit here, bud? And I'm just gonna set the QNH now. 1018. As you see, a nice short little flight. You can do it in under an hour and a half. Auto brake 2. And it's starting to slow down. Awesome. Haven't got an icing warning, so that's good. We're still kind of skimming sort of above them and in through them very briefly. But that makes me happy. Because I really don't want to have to land with engine anti-ice on. And it is slowed down to meet the speed restriction perfectly. Unflyable? Yeah, okay. I mean, it may not be your dream A340, but it's a very usable and flyable aircraft. I will be doing manual intervention on the speed though, because these aircraft hate to slow down and turning to get in. So here we go. 25.2, and then we come in down to 4. Oh, why are you not doing what I want?
Spoilers armed.
There we go. Lift up, not push forward, dude. And it's slowing down again, and now I'm gonna .1018 all sides. Awesome. And the ILS is active. I wish we also had the identifier so we know we're tuning the right localizer for the ILS. But I mean, I could say that about a number of different aircraft if I'm being honest. Remember, this is the approach, not this. I did that one time. And we'll zoom in some more. No ding-dongs. Really ticks me off. Okay, everything up top is looking good. Auto brake is set. We are expecting rain at the airport. At least it has been reported. Well, we're getting a bit of a break in here. Cool. Sort of. Oh, it's right in that gray area. Plus 10. But I'm not getting any ECAM warnings about icing detected, so. And I see no visible icing on the wing. Although I don't know if it's modeled.
Approach phase activated.
Oh, I forgot that. .139 is the landing speed. 143 is the speed. These aircraft have troubles turning. They're big. They're heavy. 12 miles to go, so we're doing well. Locking to the localizer and approach. Be nice if it turned a little shallower, but that's fine. And we got glide slope and localizer, green, no blue. Minimums are set. Three-knot tailwind. Interesting. Okay, I don't need you.
Flaps 1. Radio altimeter alive. Flaps 2.
This is where the Mango Studio sound packs come in.
Gear down.
Need to check, sir, if everything is okay with the light.
The lights are fine. I turned on the landing lights. Oh. What's wrong with the lights? Landing lights are on. Runway turn on. Oh, you want these. Yeah, I know I'm doing a flaps full, but I'm still 5 miles out.
Flaps 3.
Have to admit, Mango did a good job on the engines for this aircraft. Just don't, I don't know, there's something about them. They're Trents. They don't sound like Trents to me.
Flaps full.
And here we go. Again, if you're enjoying this, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Links to what I'm using down below. Click show more. You'll also find out where you can get this on. I'm going to turn X Enviro off once we get to the airport, so that one, I can see where the heck I'm taxiing because the ceiling is so low, and also so I can show you the airport. Interior's not modeled. I don't care about that. I want frames Not silly chairs and people sitting them in the terminal.
500.
Land green checked. Autopilot 2, cross-check.
100 above. Minimum.
Landing. Let's see how she does while she's off.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Ground spoilers, decel. Reverse green.
Next landing should be good, sir.
70 knots.
I thought it did pretty good, to be honest with you. That's manual braking. I thought it didn't do bad. It was a little bit flat, but I mean... we will go up and... what happened? I disarmed them. Oh, you want me to use the foot pedals. Okay. Just hitting the switch. Okay, I'm going to write Mr. Raymond off and say, the auto brake shouldn't stay on if I've turned them to disarm. Or maybe you do on an airbike. We can get the landing systems off. We no longer need the flight directors either, and we'll exit right here. We'll wait to clean up. I thought it handled it fairly well, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Would the Toulouse have done better? Or maybe an Inabuilds or something? Quality wings kind of aircraft, probably. You know, but like I said, this doesn't cost what any of those do. As the building appears out of the fog. Yeah, where do I want to... Okay, let's get that off, shall we? There we go. Do I want to park down? You know what? Let's just park down here. It's not going to really make any difference. This is completely the wrong end of the airport, in my humble opinion. But we can take the camera and go up and take a look.
Flaps 3, flaps 1, flaps 0.
Flaps nada. As you see, it's nicely done. The other ramp areas are done, etc. So, I mean, I think it's nice. I have drop parked aircraft turned off, so I am going to say the author has added these himself or herself. Not sure. Don't assume. We'll just pull in here. Ah, lovely Cathay Pacific. Always loved that livery. I think it's because it's sort of a turquoisey teal green kind of thing. In we go. There.
Spoilers disarm.
Parking brake on. Okay. Let's go up, shall we? And we will zoom out. As you can see, I think it looks lovely. I'm going to be honest with you. It's completely freeware. It's got sort of nice, the markings are nice and clear. I had no problem navigating over to here. I'm on Appr and Ziegler. I mean, I think it could use a heck of a lot less parked aircraft. I do have those turned off if I remember. But I mean, for me, it's a good it's a nice airport. This is where I wanted to park. No, I don't want that. You know, and this is the main passenger terminal, I'm going to say. It's not modeled inside, but I mean, I don't care. It's perfectly fine to me. So you've got both ramps, you've got a tower, and everything else. I think it's a wonderful airport. It's completely freeware. I'll link it down below, as well as I would wait. You know, if you want to get this, I don't care if you buy this aircraft. I've owned it since X-Plane 11 days. I will link you up with Jar Design's website directly. I'll also link you directly to where you can get this scenery. Doesn't really need a whole ton of libraries. 10 to 1, you already have them. My name's David. It's been my pleasure to take you on this Speedbird British Airways flight non-stop from Heathrow into Toulouse in France. If you enjoyed it, like, share, comment, subscribe, click show more. You'll find everything I used, my Discord, how you can help to support the channel to keep making content for you, as well as my computer specs and where you can get ortho and all that stuff. Until the next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies, on the rail, and on the roads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of the weekend. God bless.